one started off over here. Alright. There we are. We started off over here on the YouTube. And now we're starting off over here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to drop you some knowledge here. And knowledge is not from the database or, algorithm sports here. You're going to get it from my perspective of how I see sports. And everybody sees sports differently, and I don't try to criticize people for how they try to take an angle, because everybody has their angles. I mean, obviously, we're talking, you're talking about angles. Obviously, wrestling has many angles, just like mathematics. But, today we're going to break down. We got the first game. First game on the docket here is Atlanta versus the Detroit Tigers. The Tigers have been playing tough. They did get beat in the ninth inning yesterday, 7-5, but putting up a pretty decent record, playing very well. But Atlanta is playing very well themselves here, so I expect a lot of runs. My play is definitely take the runs. Take the runs. I think it's what, 8.5. Let's check it here. Let's check the resume here. As we got, hold on here. I gotta pop this up here. 8.5. 8.5. So yeah, I like the over 8.5 here. You got Charlie's Morton, and you got something Englert. So not very familiar, but I'm very familiar with Charlie Morton here, and he is a decent pitcher, to say the least here. But see, we got two. I'm looking at two different things here. So at times I'm gonna be staring here, and at times I'm gonna be staring here. So just bear with me. I'm gonna just, like I said, we're gonna put this. I'm gonna put this right up here so we can see just exactly what we're looking at here right now. You have the Braves here, 40-25. Obviously, you got the Tigers 26-37, 14-16 at home though. Braves are 20-10 on the road. It's going to be 77 degrees at Comerica Park in Detroit, Michigan. Then we have the next game. We have the Rockies and the Red Sox. We got Connor Seabond. I mean, I'm not talking about the Seabond that you use for basically your so not basically your C-bond where you put your teeth and everything in here, but definitely it's gonna there be at Fenway Park today. Red Sox, back at 500 once again. They're back at 500, and the Rockies have kind of played okay, to say the least. But when they play on the road, they're not very good. So, but they do tend to put up some runs though. So I like the over here. It's 9. I know it seems to be scary. There are possible thunder showers, so this game might have a delay in it. So be careful, be cautious if you are trying to play this Colorado Rockies and this Boston Red Sox game. Sorry, I was almost losing my train of thought here because, like I said, sometimes you got to check the weather. And sometimes if you pick a game and it might have a rain delay, maybe the game you think might go under happens to go over because, there's an hour or 2 hour rain delay. Or maybe the game doesn't even go at all and you don't get penalized for that, thank God. But still, you just kind of figure, okay, you got to be smart as far as taking the games that you are betting here. So like I said, I'm taking the over, which is over 9, which is pretty ludicrous. So, I mean, I'm expecting it to be at least 10 runs. I mean, I think at least the Rockies can at least put up 4 or 5. And I think Boston's at least capable of at least putting up 4 or 5. So, that's where I said I tend to lean there. Next game, we have the San Francisco Giants taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. We have Logan Webb, who's 4-6 with a 3.09 ERA, taking on Matt Liberatore, who's 1-2 with a 6 ERA. And the St. Louis Cardinals have not been the same team. They have not been the same team as last season. But don't count them out here. Don't count them out. I think a nice home stretch for them, especially against the San Francisco Giants, who are a 500 ball club. But I'm not gonna say that they're the most scariest ball club. I think their bullpen, if you can get, if you can, wait it out a bit here and get to their bullpen a bit, I think you can manage to get some runs, and that's where I think St. Louis is going to do its damage here. But Logan Webb is a solid pitcher, and the Giants have had some of the young guys come up here and are playing very well. Obviously, Joey Bart has been opted to go to the AAA River Cats in Sacramento, but yeah, I'm in this game. My skin in the game. I'm leaning towards the Cardinals at home. Like I said, I mean, Cardinals have been a very not so productive, very good team, but as of late they have been playing pretty well. So I lean my hat on that, especially coming home, some hometown cooking. Does some teams good sometimes and sometimes struggle. Like the San Francisco Giants tend to struggle sometimes on the road. It just depends. Sometimes they find their ropes, and like they said, they've had a big outbreak. Was the last game they played against the Cubs, but then they kind of had a slump at home too. So it's a little strange there. So that's why I like the Cardinals tonight. Next game we have the Angels and the Rangers here. We have Tyler Mr. Anderson. We have Tyler Mr. Anderson taking on Danny Dunning here. Danny Dunning is 5-1 with a 2.52 ERA. Danny Dunning is amazing. Okay, and as many of us don't know who Danny Dunning is, we shouldn't know who Danny Dunning is, but he's having a heck of a career year for the Texas Rangers, as the Texas Rangers are leading the American League West and are playing very well. They played the series against the first place Rays, and both teams beat up on each other. But the Rays got a little bit of best of the Rangers right now. But I think the Rangers, I mean, it kind of sad news for them. Jacob deGrom's got to get Tommy John surgery, so that's going to hurt them going down the stretch. I believe that's gonna be the defining factor why I don't like the Rangers down the stretch. Fade them unless they could find somebody else that's gonna be able to pick up that road. I'm just not, especially with the teams that I feel like are making the good playoff push this year. Especially with the Rays, I think they're gonna be solid here. I think there's some other teams that definitely qualify in there to really back it down. So yeah, Angels and Rangers here, over under 10 runs here. Uh, like I said, I don't like Mr. Anderson very too much for the Angels. Danny Dunning, I like him, but I think he could be dusted up a little bit as well here. Do I like the over 10 runs? I don't know. I have to cautious that. So I mean, it's if I'm taking anything, I'm probably taking Rangers. Rangers, Rangers on the money line here against the Angels here. If I have any plays. Next game we have the Cincinnati Reds and the Kansas City Royals. This game is pretty interesting. As you can see, we have the Kansas City Royals are 18-47, 9-23 at home, and we have the Cincinnati Reds are 31-35, 14-17 on the road. And Reds have been playing very well, I should say, very well. They've been playing tough. They have screwed me in the past here as far as betting. They cost me a parlay, but so have the Colorado Rockies. So but in betting, you have to have a short-term memory. You can't just be like, hey, this team screwed me. Well, I'm just not going to play them anymore. I'm just going to blah, blah, blah. Because it just does not do you very much justice in dues. But with that being said, this Kansas City game is 8.5. I like the overruns here. I kind of like the overruns. I'm not so much sold on Luke Weaver, nor am I sold on Zach Greinke. Both pitchers have only got one victory on the season, and both teams, I feel like the Reds are a little bit more better right now and are kind of catching a little more stride than the Royals. But the Royals sometimes are strange. They play really well at home as compared to playing on the road here, and especially against teams like the Reds. I think you should be cautious of the win. That's why I like to take the over tonight, the over 8.5 runs in that game. I think there's definitely going to be some runs. All right, what's the next game we have on the docket? We have the Miami Marlins, 37-29, taking on the 31-33 Seattle Mariners. We got Bryce Miller on the mound against Jesus Luzardo here. Most fans remember Jesus Luzardo from the Oakland Athletics here, but he was traded to the Miami Marlins last season, and so obviously, the Mariners have been not so well, but I like the Mariners here tonight. I like the Mariners money line here tonight. I think the Mariners can get it done here tonight. Marlins are a good team at some points, and they've really overachieved this season. I thought, see, the Royals and the Marlins last season were my two picks as a surprising team. This year, the Marlins have really stepped it up a lot. The Royals are continually just struggling, and that's why I didn't even try to pick them this year. I thought the A's were going to at least win 60 games, but that's just a far-fetched scenario. I should have bet on the Nationals to win over 60 games. But, yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards the Mariners over the Marlins here. Then we have the Phillies, the Philly Billies, taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks, or I like to call them the Desert Snakes here. And Arizona Diamondbacks are 40-25, leading the National League West here, and having the second best record in the National League, tied with the Atlanta Braves. And I definitely they are the most surprising team. I guess we could say the Texas Rangers, but I would say the Arizona Diamondbacks are the most surprising team because nobody really thought that they were going to do anything. Or Corbin Carroll, this guy was Pavin Smith, Christian Walker, they're pitching here, Zach Gallen here, the old man Andrew Chaffin in the bullpen. I mean, it was just, there's nothing to like about this team, but they are very hot right now, and they're doing very well, and they're playing Philadelphia tonight in Arizona here, and I would have to probably lean towards Diamondbacks at home tonight here. Don't know. I mean, the Phillies could maybe sneak one out here today here. Do I like the over-under 10? Scares me. Scares me, but I definitely would not be scared to put my money on the Diamondbacks on the money line here tonight, especially seeing what they did yesterday coming back and winning. So, my man Corbin Carroll, who's probably going to be the National League Rookie of the Year. I was on him like it flies on what. And then we have the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the Oakland Athletics. Obviously, we know the Tampa Bay Rays are one of the better teams in baseball, have the better stories. The A's are one of the more sadder stories in baseball, and they're playing in Oakland tonight. So, you would think the A's would draw probably a lot more crowd because of the Tampa Bay and this rivalry. People forgot about a couple years ago, Tampa Bay and the A's were in a rivalry here. And both these, teams basically would just both these teams would just basically, would be battling each other in the playoff scenarios and trying and knocking each other's out. But right now, it's looking more or less like it's the latter half here. So definitely the Rays here. I mean, over under 8 tonight. I definitely like the over 8.5 runs here. I mean, I like my man Zach Eflin. He's been solid 8-1 here with 2.97 ERA. But the A's, something about the Coliseum here. They do need to start to play a little bit better. They're on a winning streak, so that we're going to see against an actual strong team tonight. If the A's can win, win more games in the series than the Rays, and there's a good hope and good future for the Oakland Athletics here, But that being said, I don't know. It's pretty tough. But like I said, I'm liking the over 8.5 right now. All right, and then obviously the big game tonight, the meat and potatoes of what we want to talk about here today. Here is we have the Miami Heat taking on the Denver Nuggets. And right now, I mean, Jimmy Butler is not looking the same. I mean, Jimmy Butler's looking like he's a worn-out guy. He's not getting help from any of these players. I mean, where's Caleb Martin been? Where's Gabe Vincent been? Where's Maxey Strus? Bam has been showing up a bit here. But where has this team been? They're like the Golden State Warriors. If they can't shoot the lights out, they just are, they can't defend the ball very well. They're in trouble. And I hate to say it, but I was all over the Nuggets. You can go on my YouTube. You can go on my YouTube and look at my videos and see that I was all over the Nuggets. I said the Nuggets all the way, Nuggets before even the All-Star break. You can go back and check my record, check my resume. I was all over, I was all over the Nuggets, all over them, and I just felt like they were the better team this year. They from start to finish, they are the better team, and they deserve the damn championship. You know. But can you see Miami? I'm rocking the Miami hat here tonight. I'm hoping Miami could play a decent game here. You know, I'm hoping, I'd like to see Miami gut it out for another game here and continue the series. But I don't know. I mean, it's going to be tough. I mean, what do they have left in the tank? I don't think I don't see them winning this series, but I mean, can they at least get one? I mean, they took game 2 from the Denver Nuggets, but can they take game 5? They're getting Tyler Hero back, but is Tyler Hero enough to really help these guys get over the hump? I mean, that's the question I'm asking myself right now here as I'm, thinking about taking the side of Miami. Does Tyler Hero and does these other guys, show up to help Jimmy Butler here and slow down and create more turnovers here? They have to force Denver into some turnovers and some bad decisions because they have not been able to do that, and Denver has just taken advantage. And freaking Aaron Gordon went off. Aaron Gordon just went off, and it's been the Joker show and it's been the Jamal Murray, but last game it was. They got help from Bruce Brown of all players, old man Bruce Brown out there putting up 20 something points, and even Aaron Gordon putting up 20 something points. I mean, their guys are just playing better as a team, and they're stepping up. And Miami at this moment is not. So, we got 8.5. It was 9. It was 209.5. 210 is basically what we're looking at here. I like to say here tonight here that the Miami Heat, if they don't win here, I believe they give them the best shot and they don't lose by a lot here. So that's where I'm leaning right now. Is Miami plus the 8.5 and the over. I think that the score is definitely going to go over. I think Miami, in order for Miami to have a chance in this game, they're going to have to score, but they're going to have to get. Basically, they're going to have to get, they're going to have to get defensively, and they're going to have to stop, trying to take 23-pointers a game. When you're on when you're shooting 3-pointers, but when you're not on, it hurts your game, and you're basically giving other teams extra possessions, and that hurts in the game of basketball. When you're when the other team has more chances and more possessions than you. Oh, it's okay, Sandra. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to join me. Just have to listen to the breakdowns here because I'm on YouTube over here and I'm on Instagram Live over here. So I'm doing the double diligent works here. I'm doing two at one here. So I'm just like it's like a so if it looks like I'm doing some weird stuff, I'm not. But I appreciate you joining my live. I do definitely. But yeah, I feel like tonight Miami needs to get some help. They need to get some help out here. They need to get some help. And unfortunately, I don't know if it's enough. I'm hoping it's enough to get us another game, or else we're gone from basketball, and then we talk about baseball, and not many people don't really like to talk baseball and hockey. Will the Las Vegas Golden Knights be the first and fastest franchise to win a Stanley Cup? That is going to be amazing to see tomorrow in Vegas. So Viva Las Vegas. I love going to Vegas. Vegas is a beautiful place. If you like to gamble, and there's other things out there besides gambling. I'm not a big gambler. I'm not somebody that spends all his money. Yes, I like to sports gamble, but I bet $1. When I'm betting $1, that doesn't mean shit. I'm out here bankrolling, and like this one guy, Sharp Pro on here, talks about. it's about investment, man. It truly is. If you know how to invest smartly, you can make money in the market, and whether it be the commodity market, the sporting market, whatever. It's just being smart about stuff. Don't just be fooled, and just don't accept the standards, but be the standard. You know, and that's why I started doing my streaming platform here on. I started streaming now on Instagram Live here, but also I've been on YouTube for 2 years, building myself up. I got 62 people following me, but I don't get very many people, and I don't ask for money, donations, or nothing. I'm just do this because I love talking sports. I love talking sports, and I wish I could talk with other people and just kind of pick the brain and kind of give each other some good takes and have good conversation, because I know that's what we're missing in life. It's not just because of sports, but because of a lot of things that basically we're missing good conversation with good people, and having conversation with people is great. So yeah, the bet here. Let's see here. All right, let me pop up my bet here on the screen here. Let's see here. Oop, oop. All right. Let's see. Let's see. There it is here. If you can't see it, basically, yeah, basically, I picked the over 8 runs in the Braves and the Tigers. Took the over 9.5 runs in the Rockies and the Red Sox. Took the over 8.5 in the Reds and the Royals. I took the over 8.5 runs in the Rays and the Rays and the A's. Took the Cardinals money line, the Seattle Mariners money line, the Heat plus the 8.5, the over 210. And it's an 8-leg parlay, so I bet $1. So all 8 legs cover. My dollar will turn into $190.97 here. But since we've already kind of let's break that down here. I kind of want to look into the player props here. What kind of player props do we like here tonight here, as far as what's going down here? All right, let me just flip the camera here. Let's go to the trusty dusty, what I like to call a trusty dusty. I use Underdog here. I like Underdog a lot. They're a pretty good site as far as player props here. Obviously FanDuel, if it's in your state. I don't have FanDuel because I'm in California, because the well-educated people of California decided that gambling, kids were going to gamble and everything else, but it's all a farce. But we got Jimmy Buckets here, 26.5 points, 6.5 assists, 32.5 points in assist, points plus assists, 39 points, assists, rebounds, 48 fantasy points, a block, 12.5 rebounds and assists, 6.5 rebounds, and 30 points plus rebounds here. And then you got Bam Adebayo, 2.5 turnovers here. That's curious here. Kyle Lowry, Gabe Vincent here. I mean, I was on Gabe Vincent. I had him to get 5 3-pointers. I mean, obviously for him to get 2 3-pointers wouldn't be bad here. Kevin Love was a good one last game here. Tyler Hero to get 6 points. You see Tyler Hero to get 6 points. I'm going higher. I'm going higher. And you want to know why I want to say I want to go higher for Mr. Tyler Hero? I know. Let's look at Mr. Tyler Hero's stats here. He has not seen any playoff action since breaking his hand, and but I think at least tonight here, over under 6.5. I mean, that's definitely he could definitely score that here tonight. I think he it's well in his wheelhouse to do that. So now on the other hand, let's go look at You know, let's go look at well, like I said, the other one I like here. Kevin Love to get an assist here. I mean, he hasn't really had too many assists here, but he's been carrying some points though. But but I do like that though. Give me the Kevin Love with an assist though. I like that here. Joker here to have 3.5 turnovers here. I mean, that could be a possibility here. I mean, definitely a possibility here. As we're, I mean, he's at 3. And at home, he had 5 turnovers here. So, will he get 4 at home today? I don't know. I don't think I trust that here. I think definitely you're gonna have to definitely you're gonna go, on the high side. You know Joker's gonna play well here tonight here. You know. I mean, I would just, even love it to give him the over 29.5. I mean, I like that for the Joker here. You got Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter here. Michael Porter's he's been a Christian Braun here. I had him last game here. He did have a steal, so maybe that's the angle we go. I thought he would get, 3 assists, and he didn't. He didn't have any. Well, he didn't really play but 14 minutes. So if I'm going anything for Christian Braun here, it would be either getting an assist or a steal, which he's had he's at 3, 1, 1. So I mean, he's had at least. So I would go with that here if we're looking at taking that measurement here. And close out with one more guy here. How about we take Aaron Gordon here, maybe the block, right? Yeah, Aaron Gordon with a block. Yeah, he hasn't had one since he's been at home here. So, or a steal here. So let's see. Aaron Gordon has had a steal though. So we would take that here. We'd make that our NBA player prop parlay here. I feel like this is what we take here. Tyler Hero, like the over. I like the over 6.5. I like the Kevin Love over an assist. I like the Joker over 29.5 points. I like Christian Braun to get a steal, and also Aaron Gordon to get a steal here. That's if you're looking at what I'm looking at as far as player props here for tonight's games. That's who I'm looking for. That's who I'm looking at here. That's who I'm looking to put my money where my mouth is here. Baseball props. Let's see here. Let's go look at MLB here. MLB props here. Ronald Acuna. Yeah, Ronald Acuna to get 2 total bases. That to me is a pretty good. That's a pretty good safe one if you're gonna bet anything there. Zach McKinstry here. I picked him up today. I feel like Zach McKinstry. He's somebody that's definitely catching a little bit of fire right now. Definitely had a home run. But, yeah, definitely. He had a home run and 2 RBIs, so. But, I don't know. I'd definitely stay away from that. I probably would, like I said, if I was going for anything here, definitely Cunha over two total bases. I like that a lot here. And then this guy to get a hit here, Afifas Monteraro. He's taking Elias Diaz's spot here. So Elias Diaz is not in the lineup here, so that's I think he at least gets a hit. No, Mats Yoshida, no Yoshida. No Yoshida over here. The Giants. I like Matt Lieber to get over 4 strikeouts here. I kind of like that here. That like that as far as a player prop here. He's had 2, 2, and 1. I feel like maybe today he has a breakout. I was all over Jordan Walker. Shohei, no. Corey Seager, another guy maybe. Ellie De La Cruz, he's been really heating up here, kind of like that here. Against the Royals here, give me Ellie De La Cruz to have over 10.5 fantasy points here tonight. So we just need one more here to add to our give me my man, where is he at here? Where's my man? Where is he at here? We're gonna give my man Corbin Carroll here. We give my man Corbin Carroll. We'll give him to get a single here. So this is MLB parlay here we got here. Obviously Ronald Acuna, it's off right now because the game just barely started. All right, Montreal to get a hit. Matthew Liberatore here to get over 4 strikeouts. Ellie De La Cruz to get over 10.5 fantasy points, and Corbin Carroll to get over 1 single. So that right there tells you all that you need to know exactly where I'm going, what I bet here, and where I stand here as far as my, I'm not out here to tell people to pay for my picks, and I'm not out here to shit on the guys that are asking people to pay for their picks. But I'm just saying, we're all trying to make money out here, and if we're all trying to make money, let's help each other out. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't make money, but you're making money off other people, and you want to cry about let's make money and take money from these books, but you're taking money from people as well. That's all my cautionary tale is to you. I understand that's how you make money, make sports business, but at the end of the day, giving out the bag and helping people invest and be more investful and be more mindful is more due diligent than trying to charge people for a service that you may or may not be able to provide. You might be hot and you might be on some winning streaks, but you will go through cold streaks. Even the best gamblers, the best bettors, handicappers, and all that will tell you this, will say this to you. Do not bet more than you can lose. And if you're doing that, you need to go get some serious help, and you need to get some serious help and treatment. I only bet $1 a day, and that's all I do. I bet $1 a day, and if it wins, it wins. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Then I go the next day and do the same thing. There's other people that do have problems and, really need to be, So, yeah. But let's just say, all right, we're too late to get our one other bet in here. And so, let's look at, does Jonathan Davis get a hit here? Jonathan Davis has gotten a hit here. So, I would probably take Jonathan Davis gets a hit here tonight against the Seattle Mariners. And so, that would be, and I might have to go turn this into a parlay here. I might have to go take my, but yeah, I just wanted to show everybody here. I just wanted to get on here and talk a little bit of sports, break it down a bit, try to talk to you about who I like, what I don't like, and like I said, again, like I said, as far as the Braves and Tigers are concerned, I know that game is going on as we're speaking and as we're talking here. But like I said, I trust Charlie Morton, and I think there's going to be some runs. There's going to be some runs. Tigers have been able to put up some runs, and so have the Atlanta Braves. So that's why I'm convinced that the total will go over tonight here. So we'll see. And I took a lot of overs, and I've been watching baseball, and majority of games, there's been a lot of games have gone overs, has gone to the overs, has been crazy. I know some people don't like betting baseball. Well, hey, baseball is not my forte either. There's a lot of things, especially the horse races. Especially the horse racing. This weekend, the Belmont, I picked the winner. I picked it to show, but the winning horse, Archangelo, which was, the first female trainer to win in, in horse racing history. I should have put a lot more money on that. Could have won a lot of money. It was pretty much an 8-1 horse. If you put up a decent amount of money on it, that's it. I don't know shit about horse racing. My grandfather Ken, rest in peace. He was into horses and taking care of horses. Wasn't into horse racing, but he was into taking care of the horses for kids that are, basically had special needs. And obviously gave it to this woman, Pam. I hope she's doing well with that as far as that is concerned, But horses are very beautiful and elegant. And then obviously Cody's Wish, there was a big time story about a horse and this kid that had special needs. And that horse has not lost a race. It's won 7 races since it's had this bond with this kid. So don't tell me that animals and human, they can't have a bond, and that bond doesn't go beyond the sports. And so I thought that was a really good feel-good story this weekend, was to see that, and see this man's father cry, and say, "I'm proud of my son," and his words speak louder than anything, and his son doesn't give up because of his disabilities and all that. But there's people that are perfectly fine that can't live a normal life and have excuses why. But there's other people that for whatever it was worth, got dealt the shit hand of life. But they still making the best of it and not making excuses and not blaming people and not having a pissy party and poor me attitude. Now, if we could just change our attitudes, I think things could be a hell of a lot better. But that's saying much here. We got this sport, like I said, run it down again. I'm gonna run it down again once again. Let's flip this over here. We had, our Montero to get a hit, Liberatore to get 4 strikeouts, Ellie De La Cruz to get 10.5 fantasy, Corbin Carroll to get a single, and Jonathan Davis just to get a hit. That is what we're looking at as far as our baseball props here. And then, like I said, NBA here. NBA, I loved. Well, the NBA one, I loved Kevin Love. Kevin Love to get an assist. Tyler Hero to get over 6.5 points. Nikolai the Joker to get over 29.5 points. And Aaron Gordon to get a steal. And also Christian Braun to get a steal. That was. And as far as this game goes, the Miami Heat and the Nuggets, I'm taking the Miami Heat plus the 8 to cover. So they lose no more than 8 points. And to cover the over 209.5. So they have to go. Let's go over 210. And like I said, we have the over 8.5 here in this baseball game here, in this Braves and this Tigers game here. Let's get us a nice little update here. All right, we're in the bottom of the first here. No score yet here. 0-0 between Tigers and Braves. Ooh, Zach McKinstry just got struck out here. That's not good for me. There goes minus fantasy points for me already. But we got the over. We definitely got the over 8.5 runs here in this Braves game. And we have the over 9 runs in the Rockies Red Sox. Got the Cardinals money line. Stayed away from the Angels and Rangers. Like I said, if I did bet, it would definitely be the Rangers money line. The Reds and Royals, I took the over 8.5. I think there's going to be runs. I took the Mariners on the money line. I think the Mariners definitely get it done here tonight. I didn't take anybody out of the Phillies or the Diamondbacks, but if I did, I would have to go with the Diamondbacks on the money line. And took the over 8.5 between the A's and the Rays here tonight. I feel like there's going to be runs here tonight. So, with that being said, oops, flip this back here. With that being said here, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end this live here in this sports talk here on the YouTube and on the Instagram. We'll be back tonight on the YouTube. Tonight we'll be on the YouTube here doing our DJing set. So, if anybody wants to come check me out on the YouTube, you can check me out. I do DJing like about 8, 9 o'clock West Coast time. Do a lot of hip hop, but I do also other genres, country, everything else, to the etc. So, be on the lookout for that here. I mean, I wish I could DJ up on the Instagram live, but I'm pretty sure I'd probably get flagged for DMCA. But hopefully we broke down some of the games. Hopefully we'll have a great game 5. Hopefully we'll maybe get a game 6 in here tonight. And hopefully these baseball games go our way. If not, we have another day to come tomorrow, and let's keep it blessed up, and let's hope us keep winning some money. If not, let's enjoy some great sports and take it easy and have a great rest of your Monday night. All right. Alrighty, right. Let me close it down over here.